Right, but you're detaining me.
Correct. I am.
All right, what's your reasonable suspicion? What crime do you suspect me?
Right now, it's an immigration inspection.
Right.
That's right. I have my reasonable suspicion.
What's your reasonable suspicion? What's your reasonable suspicion? What's your reasonable suspicion?
What's that, sir?
What's your reasonable
I
suspicion?
can't hear you because the window's pretty low.
What's your reasonable suspicion?
What's that, sir?
What's your reasonable suspicion? Huh?
I have my reasonable suspicion, sir.
What is it?
You can. There's Freedom
What
of
is it?
Information Act.
What is it?
You can go and you can grab
What
a
is it?
lawyer, whatever you want to do. We can go
You
about
can't
that.
be doing
All
this shit.
Okay, so I'm just gonna ask. I already know there's nobody else with you. I'm gonna ask to see inside the trunk.
Nope.
You want to consent? All right, stand by. I'm gonna
You're
request a
detaining
canine,
me?
okay? You are detained, yes, sir.
For what? What crime?
Just stand by, sir.
What
It doesn't
crime?
matter. Stand
What
by.
crime do you suspect me? Name and badge number?
I don't have a badge number, sir.
Name?
I don't have a name either.
What do you mean you don't have a name? You're a public servant.
I'm a federal agent.
Is it illegal to circumvent the checkpoint?
No, it is not. But it is reasonable suspicion to circumvent the immigration checkpoint.
Okay, folks, these two encounters take place in Texas, where a driver is pulled over by Border Patrol agents conducting what they claim is an immigration inspection. The driver immediately questions their authority and legal grounds for the stop. Throughout this interaction, you'll see a back and forth over constitutional rights, detainment without clear suspicion, and whether or not the stop itself holds any legal weight. Let's watch.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be an immigration inspection. Viene solo, sir.
It's gonna be what? I'm sorry?
This is an immigration inspection. I was gonna say, is there anybody else with you?
You have reasonable suspicion to pull me over?
It's an immigration inspection, sir.
I mean, you have.
Okay.
You,
I'm just checking.
you believe I'm not, or what?
What's that, sir?
You believe I'm not, or what?
It's not about a belief. It's a question, sir.
Right, but you're detaining me.
Correct. I am.
All right, what's your reasonable suspicion? What crime do you suspect me?
Right now, it's an immigration inspection.
Right.
That's right. I have my reasonable suspicion.
What's your reasonable suspicion? What's your reasonable suspicion? What's your reasonable suspicion?
What's that, sir?
What's your reasonable
I
suspicion?
can't hear you because the window's pretty low.
What's your reasonable suspicion?
What's that, sir?
What's your reasonable suspicion? Huh?
I have my reasonable suspicion, sir.
What is it?
You can. There's
What
Freedom
is
of
it?
Information Act.
What is it?
You can go and you can grab
What
a
is it?
lawyer, whatever you want to do. We can go
You
about
can't
that.
be doing
All
this shit.
Okay, so I'm just gonna ask. I already know there's nobody else with you. I'm gonna ask to see inside the trunk.
Nope.
You want to consent? All right, stand by. I'm gonna request a
detaining
canine,
me?
okay? You are detained, yes, sir.
For what? What crime?
Just stand by, sir.
What
It doesn't
crime?
matter. Stand
What
by.
crime do you suspect me?
Okay, now.
What crime do you suspect me of committing? Are you detaining me?
Yes, sir. You are detained right now.
For what crime?
Just stand by.
For what crime?
Stand by, sir.
Get me a supervisor.
An investigation.
Get me your supervisor.
What's your name, so I can request him for
Get
you?
me your supervisor.
What's your name, so I can tell him?
Is your body cam on?
It's on, sir. It's on.
All
Freedom
right.
of Information Act.
Why are you
Your
detaining
lawyer,
me?
You can request everything.
Why are you detaining me?
All right, so sounds good, sir.
Get me a supervisor. Get me.
Hey, call the suit too, really quick.
Get me a supervisor.
Right around here, you'll notice how the agent keeps repeating immigration inspection like a catch-all excuse, but still refuses to state any specific suspicion or crime. That's classic boundary pushing, trying to detain someone under vague authority without making a solid legal claim. The driver keeps asking the right question. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
The supervisor already been alerted, sir. He'll be here shortly.
You're still detaining me?
Yes, sir. I
What
am.
what crime?
Just to let you know.
For what crime?
So, I checked out the vehicle registration.
Are you detaining me?
Roxanne de Rubio, something,
Are you-
Paseo del Rincón in Laredo,
Are you
Texas.
detaining me?
So the vehicle comes out here. I have no reasons of suspicion at this point now to believe that you're not a U.S. citizen. So I'm about to let you loose already, sir. Have a great day.
What
All right.
was
If you
your-
want to go back to Paseo del Rincón or wherever you
what
come
was
from,
the detainment
have a
for?
great day, sir. It was pending an immigration investigation, sir, to make sure that you're a citizen or a resident. But I have all the information I need at this time.
Do you?
Have a great time. Go back to Paseo del Rincón or wherever
Uh-huh.
you want to go, sir. It's your country. Have a good day.
Is
sir.
it? Is it?
Do you still want to wait for the
Is it?
supervisor
Yes,
here?
yes.
Okay, sir.
You're gonna wait here too, right?
What's that?
You're gonna wait here too?
If you want to waste time, gladly, sir. Aquí me quedo.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Border Patrol Agent Lucero, sir.
Then there's the subtle disrespect. Statements like, go back to Pell Ron or wherever, and it's a free country, said with sarcasm. These types of remarks play into tired stereotypes, suggesting the agent is judging the driver's citizenship based on appearance or accent. It's not professional, and it undermines the idea that this was ever just a neutral inspection.
You still detaining me?
What's that, sir?
Are you still detaining me?
Sir, I released you like two minutes ago,
Okay,
sir.
and why is your light?
¿Quiere quedarse aquí, sir?
Why is your light in my face?
Pues usted me está usando a mí también. There's a weapon on the floorboard.
All right, is that legal?
You haven't made any gestures saying that you're dead, that you're trying to reach for it. So no hay problema, sir.
Is that illegal?
Yo ya le dije que se puede ir, sir.
Is that illegal?
What's illegal, sir?
Carrying weapons.
Sir, I have my own too. What's wrong with
Okay,
that?
all right. No, just asking. You mentioned the weapon, not me.
Pues it's an observation, sir.
All right.
Is that illegal to make
Can
observations?
you take your light off my eyes, please?
Okay, sir. Ya está. What?
By the end, the agent admits there's no reasonable suspicion to continue detaining the driver. But even after saying he's been released, the agent keeps a light in the driver's face and brings up a weapon visible in the car, despite acknowledging the driver made no move toward it. That's not de-escalation, it's provocation. It highlights how vague inspections can quickly spiral when accountability isn't enforced. This is exactly why people record. The only thing that forced clarity here was persistence and a camera. If you don't know your rights, or if you don't stand firm on them, moments like this can easily turn into prolonged detentions or worse. Demand specificity, ask for a supervisor, and don't let inspections turn into fishing expeditions. Another encounter also took place near Laredo, Texas, involving U.S. Border Patrol agents conducting an immigration checkpoint bypass stop. The same driver and his passenger are confronted by federal agents after allegedly circumventing a checkpoint with a trailer, something the agents claimed triggered reasonable suspicion. What follows is a tense back and forth over constitutional rights, the limits of federal authority, and the agents' refusal to identify themselves.
Hey, good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
How you doing today?
Pretty good. Name and badge number? Or
I
ID
don't
number?
have a badge number, sir.
Name?
I don't have a name either.
What do you mean you don't have a name?
As a federal officer, I'm not required to give you my name. I can tell you that I'm a border patrol agent here with Laredo North, and all I'm doing is a brief immigration inspection. This is simply because when you went around the West Axis in this vehicle with this type of trailer, you've given me some sort of reasonable suspicion. That being, we've had recent cases with vehicles of this type, so I'm just here to conduct a brief immigration inspection. Once I finish that, send you guys on your way. Have a great day.
Is it illegal to circumvent a checkpoint?
No, it is not. But it is reasonable suspicion to circumvent the immigration checkpoint, and especially in a vehicle of this type, where I just said we had multiple cases of human smuggling with vehicles of this type hauling trailer. That's why I'm asking for a brief immigration inspection.
And do you know how many times I circumvent a checkpoint?
A number of times, I'm guessing, so it happens more than once. So,
At this point, am I being detained?
no, you're not.
This is a classic example of officers trying to stretch the boundaries of what reasonable suspicion means. Circumventing a checkpoint isn't illegal, but the agents latch onto it as justification to initiate questioning and detainment. Then, when pressed for the legal basis of the stop, their answers get vague, fast. And this isn't the first time the driver has encountered this same patrol. He's been stopped multiple times in the past for the same reasons.
Oh, sir. How you doing today? Do you know why I stopped you today?
I don't.
Do you mind rolling down the window a little bit?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right, sir. When you went around the checkpoint, one extremely high rate of speed. And I'm doing a public safety stop.
Who are
at this
you?
point. United States Border Patrol, sir.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Second, you circumvented.
You enforce traffic?
Hey, sir.
You enforce traffic
Secondly,
laws?
you
Do you enforce transportation?
I do
code?
not. But
Okay.
I can make a
thank you.
public safety stop if it's for public safety.
What
When I was behind
safety?
you, that was in excess of 85 miles an hour.
What safety concern do you have?
I have safety concern for your high rate of speed on an unimproved road.
Do you have radar on your
Also,
vehicle?
I'm trying to get to this.
You
sir.
have radar
Sir,
on your.
You circumvented an immigration checkpoint. I'm not here to argue.
Is that against the law?
Circumventing an immigration checkpoint
Is it against the law to circumvent a checkpoint?
Circumventing
Is it against the law to
circumventing an immigration checkpoint is reasonable suspicion
For what crime?
for alien smuggling and narcotic smuggling.
You suspect me
I
of
just want to do a
smuggling?
quick immigration inspection and put you on your way.
you suspect me of smuggling?
Sir, I'm just doing a quick
You
immigration.
said you had reasonable suspicion
Yes.
of what crime?
This is reasonable suspicion for
What crime?
immigration. For alien and narcotic smuggling. This is a known
You
route for alien and narcotic
believe
smuggling.
I'm
sir.
smuggling or have narcotics?
No, I just want to talk to you and do my
You know how
immigration
reasonable
inspection.
suspicion works?
Yes, I do.
How does it work?
Simply, we have to have reasonable suspicion to
For-
stop a
for
vehicle.
what?
To
Reasonable
to
suspicion
continue
of what? Of a crime.
of a crime.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Narcotics and alien smuggling.
You
sir.
suspect I have narcotics?
Sir, that's why we're doing the investigation right now. All
Well,
I have to do
you
is-
can't pull over people because you have a hunch.
Yes, it's not a hunch, sir. It's reasonable suspicion.
What reasonable suspicion
I
you
just
believe?
told you, sir. Circumventing the immigration
Objective
checkpoint
reasonable
is.
suspicion that I
Sir,
committed
are
a
you a
crime.
U.S. citizen?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions. Ma'am, are you a U.S. citizen?
She doesn't answer questions.
All right. Give me one moment, sir. Hey, sir. You're good to go. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for your time.
You should.
Okay. I'll see you later, sir.
All I'm saying is, I need you to answer a brief question.
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer
No,
questions.
sir. If you don't want, if you don't, you know what? If you don't even want to identify yourself as a, you're a piece. I mean, you're a
not a
public
piece
servant.
of-
You're a public servant.
I'm a federal.
But so I can't get your name. I mean, what if I want to file a complaint?
You can call and complain, and I can tell you. I can tell you that.
Where am I gonna say,
my
well, I gotta
identifier is
complain?
November 446.
Oh, okay. Oh,
you
yeah,
like
there you
that?
go. At least that. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
of course,
no, that's
of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and file a complaint, with supervisors and stuff
Okay.
like that because
Feel free to do so. You're gonna
Yeah.
call Laredo North Border Patrol Station. It's the one on McPherson Road. And that's
Awesome.
all.
if
So
I'm
do you
not
mind
being
just
detained,
answering
have a
my
good day.
question now?
No, sir. You just say I'm not being detained. All right. Have a good
Okay.
day.
Let me rephrase myself. Now you're being detained.
Okay. Under what reasonable articulable suspicion?
Sir, I've just explained it twice to you, man. Like, do I have to go through it a
Of
third
course,
time?
circumventing the checkpoint is not illegal.
It's not. And I've explained to you my
So this is an
reasonable
illegal detainment.
suspicion. It's not a detainment. It's not an illegal detainment, sir.
It is.
No, it's
You
not.
can't pull people over.
Yes.
Name and badge number. What's your name? Vega.
Vega. Yeah.
So can I see that one right there? What did you say?
I don't have to give you my name.
But I'm asking you politely. You're asking me politely, right?
Hey, sir, you haven't provided your name, so I'm not going to provide.
My name is Luis. That's all I'm gonna give to you, man.
Okay.
All right. So just Google my goddamn fucking company and find out who I am.
Okay.
This is absurd. I cross every week.
Well, bro, this is the first time I'm meeting you. I don't know
And guess what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back 5 times right now, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. And this is harassing. This is what it is.
No, it's not harassing.
So all right. I
just
mean,
wanted this quick answer.
I ain't gonna help. I ain't gonna answer. I ain't gonna help you with your investigation. I'm done talking.
Oh, so yeah, all right. Look, that's fine. He's good. Yeah. Have a wonderful day, sir.
Likewise.
Again, November 446.
All right.
Thank you.
And let's not ignore the tone, dismissive, condescending, and borderline unprofessional. The refusal to provide a name or badge number isn't just bad manners, it's a violation of transparency. In the end, no one gets cited or arrested, which makes the entire stop feel even more unnecessary. The agents never produce real evidence of a crime, and the passenger clearly knows their rights. The driver calls out the harassment, and honestly, it's hard to disagree.